Imagine standing in front of your bathroom mirror. It is crowded with plastic bottles, cleansers, toners, moisturizers, serums, chemical exfoliants. You have a 10-step night routine. You spend hundreds of dollars a year on dermatology-grade products. Yet you are looking at dry patches, redness, acne, and premature aging. Now, imagine a medieval peasant in 1340. He works 12 hours a day in the beating sun and biting wind. He has no sunscreen, no moisturizer, and he definitely doesn't have a 10-step Korean skincare routine. By modern logic, his face should be a cracked, leathery ruin. But historical records, portraits, and medical texts reveal something that defies our modern arrogance. The average medieval peasant often had a stronger, clearer, and more resilient skin barrier than the average modern office worker. How is this possible? How did people with no indoor plumbing and no chemistry labs manage to avoid the chronic skin conditions that plague 50% of the modern population? The answer lies in a forgotten biology that we have destroyed in the name of hygiene. We have traded the protective armor of our ancestors for a chemical cocktail that leaves us naked against the elements. This is the story of how we forgot how to wash, and why the dirty medieval peasant knew secrets about human biology that we are only just rediscovering. Section 1. The Soap Lie. Let's start with the biggest weapon in your arsenal: soap. If you walk into a supermarket today, the bar you buy is not soap. Legally, in many countries, it cannot even be labeled as soap. It is a beauty bar or a detergent bar. In the Middle Ages, soap was a serious business. It was made from two things: animal fat, usually tallow from beef or mutton, and wood ash, lye. That's it. When you mix fat and lye, a chemical reaction happens called saponification. But here's the secret that modern manufacturers stole from you. This reaction creates a byproduct called glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant. It pulls moisture from the air and locks it into your skin. In medieval soap making, the glycerin stayed in the soap. When a peasant washed his face with tallow soap, he wasn't just cleaning it, he was coating it in a layer of nourishing animal fats and hydration. But during World War II, the world changed. The military needed glycerin to make explosives, nitroglycerin. So soap manufacturers started separating the glycerin from the soap. After the war, they realized something incredibly profitable. If they took the glycerin out of the soap would dry out your skin. Then they could take that same glycerin, put it in a bottle, and sell it back to you as moisturizer. They created the problem and sold you the solution. Today, your soap is a cake of synthetic detergents, sodium lauryl sulfate, that strips every ounce of natural oil from your face, destroying your acid mantle. The medieval peasant washed with a substance that was chemically almost identical to the oil his own skin produced. He didn't need moisturizer because his soap didn't strip him bare. Section 2. The acid mantle. We have been brainwashed to believe that squeaky clean is good. If your skin squeaks, it's crying. Medieval people didn't bathe daily in the way we do. They didn't soak in hot water every morning for 20 minutes. To us, this sounds disgusting. To a dermatologist, it sounds like a miracle. Your skin has a protective layer called the acid mantle. It's a thin, slightly acidic film made of sebum, oil, and sweat. It keeps moisture in and bacteria out. It maintains a pH of around 5.5. When you take a hot shower and scrub with modern alkaline soaps, you destroy the acid mantle. It takes your body 12 to 24 hours to repair it. If you shower every day, your skin is in a constant state of emergency repair. You are chronically inflamed. The medieval peasant bathed fully perhaps once a week. In between, they practiced spot washing with a basin of cool water and a cloth. This meant their acid mantle remained intact. Their skin produced its own natural oils, regulated its own pH, and defended itself against pathogens. They weren't marinating in filth as Hollywood movies suggest. They were maintaining a biological equilibrium that we disrupt every morning. Section 3. the linen engine. But if they didn't shower, surely they smelled, surely their pores were clogged. This brings us to the most sophisticated piece of skincare technology in the Middle Ages. It wasn't a cream, it was a shirt. The layer of clothing worn next to the skin was always, without exception, made of linen. Linen, made from the flax plant, is fundamentally different from the cotton t-shirt you are wearing right now. Cotton is hydrophilic, it loves water. When you sweat in cotton, the fabric gets wet, stays wet, and becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. It clings to you like a swamp. Linen is different. It is moisture-wicking and naturally antibacterial. But more importantly, linen fibers are microscopic scrubbers. The medieval camise, or undershirt, was rougher than modern cotton. As the peasant moved, walked, and worked, the linen shirt rubbed against the skin and acted as a mechanical exfoliant, constantly wicking away sweat and oil while polishing the skin surface. They changed their linen daily or every few days. This was their hygiene. They transferred the dirt from their body to the shirt and then boiled the shirt in lye and ash to whiten it. They didn't wash their bodies, they washed their second skin. This system prevented the clogged pores and back acne that plague modern people who sit in sweaty synthetic polyester blends all day. The medieval peasant wore a garment that actively cleaned him while he worked. Section 4. The diet of glue. Now look at what you eat. Muscle meat, chicken breast, steak, maybe a salad? Now look at the peasant. He couldn't afford the prime cuts. He ate what was left. He boiled the bones, the cartilage, the feet, the ears, and the skin of the animal. He ate pottage, a stew that simmered for days. We call this poverty food. A biochemist calls it a collagen bomb. When you boil bones and connective tissue for 24 hours, you extract gelatin, collagen, and hyaluronic acid. Go to a beauty store. Look at the price of a tiny bottle of hyaluronic acid serum. Look at the price of collagen supplements. You are paying a fortune to rub these things on the outside of your face. The medieval peasant was eating them in massive quantities every day. Collagen is the glue that holds your skin together. It gives it elasticity and bounce. By eating the garbage parts of the animal, the medieval peasant was flooding his body with the exact building blocks needed to repair skin from the inside out. Modern diets are high in muscle meats, which are inflammatory in high amounts, and vegetable oils, but almost zero in gelatinous connective tissue. We are starving our skin of its structural integrity and then trying to fix it with expensive creams. Section 5. The sun paradox. But surely they aged prematurely because of the sun. It is true that medieval field workers were weathered, but there is a difference between weathered and damaged. Modern people live in caves. We sit in offices under blue LED lights that disrupt our hormones. Then once a year, we go to the beach, strip naked, and roast ourselves for 8 hours. We burn, we peel, we damage our DNA. The medieval peasant lived in the sun. His exposure was gradual. Starting in spring, as the sun got stronger, his skin built up a natural solar callus, a natural thickening of the stratum corneum, and an increase in melanin production. He didn't burn because he was adapted. Furthermore, he wore a hat. Look at any medieval manuscript. Everyone, men, women, children, is wearing a hat or a hood. Broad-brimmed straw hats in the summer were standard-issue technology. But there's a darker chemical element at play here. Some modern research suggests that the consumption of seed oils, soybean, corn, canola, makes our skin more susceptible to oxidative damage from UV rays. These unstable polyunsaturated fats incorporate themselves into our cell membranes. When sunlight hits them, they cook. They literally cook. The medieval peasant ate saturated animal fats and butter. These fats are stable. They do not oxidize easily under UV light. It is very possible that their diet acted as an internal sunscreen, protecting them from the very radiation that gives modern seed oil consumers skin cancer. Section 6. The microbiome armor. Finally, we have to talk about the invisible war happening on your face. Your skin is a zoo. It is home to billions of bacteria, fungi, and mites. Staphylococcus epidermidis, Demodex mites. We spend our lives trying to nuke these creatures with antibacterial washes and alcohol toners. We think we are being clean. Medieval people didn't know these creatures existed, but they lived in harmony with them. By not sterilizing their skin, they maintained a diverse microbiome. These beneficial bacteria produce their own antibiotics that kill off pathogens like Staphylococcus aureus, the bacteria that causes staph infections and severe acne. There is even a type of bacteria called ammonia oxidizing bacteria, AOBs. These bacteria consume the ammonia in your sweat, the stuff that makes you smell bad, and convert it into nitrite and nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful anti-inflammatory and vasodilator. It calms the skin and improves blood flow. By constantly scrubbing with soap, we kill the AOBs. We literally kill the bacteria that acts as our natural deodorant and anti-inflammatory system. The medieval peasant, sweating in his linen shirt, was cultivating a bacterial colony that kept his skin calm and his body odor neutral. So where does this leave us? We're not suggesting you stop showering and move into a mud hut. We're not suggesting that the Middle Ages were a paradise. Smallpox and leprosy were very real. But for the average healthy person, the medieval approach to skin health was superior because it respected biology. They didn't strip their oil, they nurtured it. They didn't wear plastic, they wore wicking fibers. They didn't eat processed muscle, they ate collagen-rich broth. They didn't sterilize their world, they lived in it. The cosmetic industry is worth $500 billion. It relies on you believing that your skin is defective and needs a factory-made chemical to function. But history tells a different story. Your skin knows exactly what to do. It has evolved over millions of years to protect you. The redness, the dryness, the acne, it's not a disease, it's a rebellion. It's your skin screaming at you to stop attacking it. Maybe the secret to the perfect glow isn't found in a Sephora bottle. Maybe it's found in a block of tallow, a bowl of bone broth, and the wisdom to leave your skin alone. The medieval peasant didn't have a mirror to obsess over his pores. He had work to do. And ironically, by ignoring his skin, he treated it better than we ever will. Thank you. Subscribe for more forgotten secrets and self-sufficiency.